What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Club Rival podcast. On today's show, we're talking about a couple of games. We've got the Arsenal game drawing with Fulham. We've got Man City dropping points as well. Also, we've got the Chelsea and the Tottenham game currently going on right now. I'm watching it live at this moment in time. It's 3-2, so we'll get an instant reaction straight after the game. No better place to start really then. We'll start off, as the week went on, 12:30 kickoff, Liverpool versus Everton. I was expecting, I couldn't wait for that game to be fair, so ready for it. And then we just found out the news that due to the storm, the game got called off. So we look at the game after that. Man City played Crystal Palace. Oh, they look all over the place right now. They do not look like the same team there was the past couple of years. Yeah, I know Rodri's been injured, but I don't put it down to just Rodri at this moment in time. They've just been dropping points constantly. To me, I think it's an age inside. I think Kyle Walker was at fault for both goals. First one keeping him onside, second one getting out jumped. It's just been... They need a full rebuild, and I'm quite surprised that Pep Guardiola's re-signed. Is he going to even last to the end of the season at this moment in time? The way they're performing, yeah, he's got a lot of credit in the bank. I get that. He's won 4 in a row. He's got a lot of credit in the bank, but is he got it in him for a full rebuild of Man City? He's only just extended for 1 year, and I think they need more than that. They need a full rebuild of that midfield. They need to find a solution to Kyle Walker at right back, but dropping points yet again. I think we could obviously easily say since the Liverpool game they were out of the title race anyways, and we accepted the fact that now they're in a top 4 race. But now even that's looking like a challenge for them because they can't get a run of games together. Is Man City just looking a shell of themselves? They don't look. I think the main thing with them is they've lost the fear factor. Teams are going there thinking, you know what, we could get something here. The teams are getting chances easily. It's just been all over the place, and Pep Guardiola looks rattled at this moment in time. His press conferences just don't look like the same person he is. It all looks good when you're winning, or he's all happy and smiling. But when times like this, adversity comes in, losing players, injuries, quite a few things. Rico Lewis getting sent off. There's so much going on right now over there. This is where you earn the money. This is where big managers earn the big bucks. This is where you need to turn it around. You need to gather the team together and go on a run. Because imagine next year, Man City not even in the top 4, not even in the Champions League. That's a fall. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But with Man City, like I said, I don't think they're in this title race at all. I think they're completely out of it. But yeah. With Arsenal today, they played Fulham, and what made me laugh about the Arsenal game, I've been watching a lot of the Arsenal fans building a list saying, "Oh, in these next 10 games, I don't see us dropping any points. It's the easy run of fixtures. It's time for Arsenal to kick on and win." And they predicted all wins. And the first game comes up after, especially Liverpool dropping midweek against Newcastle 3-3. This week was a chance for them to capitalise, especially as Liverpool had a game cancelled off against Everton. A win with them would have put them within 4 points. Yeah, would have had a game in hand, but it would have added on to the pressure. And then the game against Fulham, they've drew 1-1. Couldn't capitalise on that game. The way it started, it was on the 11th minute. I think to me it was Jimenez scored on the 11th minute, but it looked like it was a mistake from Kivior. The way Jimenez went on the outside, fooled him, darted back into the inside, just completely lost Kivior, so he got a running through the middle. Saliba, it wasn't his fault. He had to come and cover Kivior's mistake, and it was a great finish by Jimenez. It was a fantastic finish. So it started off 1-0. And Arsenal just struggled. They had all the ball, all the possession, but they struggled to create any clear-cut chances. And what's becoming a bit comical right now, and I know a lot of teams are saying it, yeah, Arsenal looking like Stoke City and things like that. And for me, there's nothing wrong with mastering the craft of the set pieces. Good on them. They're doing something that not a lot of teams are doing, and they're getting a lot of goals from it. Midweek they played Man United. They scored 2 from set pieces. Then it came to the 52nd minute. Saliba scored from a set piece. So to me, there's nothing wrong with the whole set piece thing. It's all this whole agenda of all. But my whole problem is you can't just rely on the set pieces. That's what it is. You need to be able to do. If you're going to compete for the league, set pieces are great because they're going to give you a lot of goals throughout the season. But it shouldn't be a whole thing of just relying now of just the set piecing because they're creating nothing from open play. I'm seeing Saka, every opportunity he's getting is on the bite. He's just trying to kick it off their legs just to get a corner or just get a free kick. So now it's just becoming a point where teams are just going to start mastering defending against them. No one's done it yet. So especially with today, it looked like Fulham mastered and held on when it came to the near post, and Arsenal brilliantly changed the tactics, went for the far post where Havertz knocked it down. Was close for offside, but it was ruled on. So Saliba got the goal. So my whole thing is, when it comes to this sort of game, and not only this game, throughout the season, you're going to need to have different avenues of scoring. And at this point in time, Arsenal are just relying on the set pieces because they're not getting goals from anywhere else. They had all the ball and there was zero creativity. Odegaard tried a couple of times with that inside pass. He tried a couple of flicks into the box, but nothing was coming off. But I was a bit surprised that Odegaard did get subbed off. And so let's see. So Arsenal subs, I think he took off Odegaard and he took off Havertz. So he brought on Jesus and he brought on Nweri, if I'm saying that right. But players like Odegaard, you don't take them off. You do not take them off right to the last minute. He could create something out of nothing at any moment in time. I remember last season, the same thing. Arsenal was drawing against Luton last minute. Odegaard gave an assist for Declan Rice, it was, back post, and scored a header. So with these sort of games, you don't take off your best players. You just add to the attack. Maybe even if you take off one defender, because Fulham had nothing going forward. They created nothing. It got to a point they was happy with the draw. So taking off some of your creative players and just doing like for like swaps. Bring on Nweri is no problem with that, but keep on Odegaard as well. You need goals from anywhere. And then another thing was taking off Havertz. Havertz wasn't doing much in the game, but when it came to the set pieces, as they're the masters of at this moment in time, Havertz is the man you need to be keeping on at all times. Jesus doesn't bring nothing to the attack. I think there was one chance where he thought he was in, he seen the keeper coming out and he chickened out, so he didn't go for that. So when it comes to these sort of games, I feel like Havertz should have stayed on the pitch and Odegaard. And if you're going to make some attacking changes, risk it. Go for the win. Don't just start going for like. Take off a defender or take off you could have taken off someone like Declan Rice or something and just gone more attacking. But they didn't, and that's what cost them, I think, in the end of the day. They didn't create nothing from the game other than set pieces. Then it got to the 88th minute and it looked like Arsenal won him the game. Martinelli whipped it in from the wide position and Saka scored. And personally, I thought it was a goal. So yeah, when Martinelli whipped it in from the wide position, Saka scored. I thought that's it. Arsenal done it, late winner. That's something obviously they would have needed that sort of win. But then Martinelli got ruled off offside, and I agree it's very harsh because he didn't really gain an advantage. He was pulling back, but Martinelli had no reason to be offside. What's he doing standing in an offside position? You could see the whole line in front of you. He's faster than everyone else on that wing. So that was just schoolboy error from Martinelli. He did not need to be offside. And I know Arteta is going to be fuming with him because there was literally no need for it, and it cost him that game. So with Arsenal dropping points now, at this moment in time, they're 6 points off Liverpool. Liverpool got a game in hand, so we gifted them the 2 points against Newcastle and they just gifted it right back. So yeah, we got to play that game against Everton. Whenever we get a chance to play that. So I was kind of happy we got that game just allowed, to be fair, especially with the timing. It was 12:30 kickoff. Last game at Goodison Park with the storm. It was written for a draw or a drop point. So I'm kind of happy that game ended in the way that game got cancelled the way it did. So Arsenal at this moment in time, I'm not saying they're out of the title race. They've got such a long way to go. I don't think they're gonna claw all. They need to go on a run of winning every game, and games like this where you're dropping points to Fulham and God knows who else the next games are gonna drop points to. This is where you need to be going on these long runs and taking advantage of the times where Liverpool may have obviously they dropped points in midweek and now you've just gifted it straight back. So if we win our game, we're back to 9 points. So right now it's just looking like Arsenal is going to they go 2 steps forward, one step back, and at this rate, they're not gonna claw back the points. But like, it's only 9 points. There's still chance. There's gonna be so many more chances throughout this league, throughout this season, to gain and drop points. When it comes to Liverpool dropping points and Arsenal gaining, but I think Man City are completely out of it. I don't think they're in this title anymore. They're in a top 4 race. I think Arsenal are slightly on the brink, still in it. There's still so much more to go, but I don't see us dropping too much points throughout the season. So I see it as a title race, whether they'll still be in the race, still cause a bit of pressure. I don't see them capitalising and going and getting ahead of Liverpool. I just see as Liverpool got too many options of scoring. More Salah's in the form of his life. Van Dijk's playing fantastic. We've got so many. I think the squads I think Liverpool got a better squad in depth, in the sense of the attack, changing the game around completely. When we go 1-2 down, we could always bring the game back. So whereas Arsenal, they could be coming to a point where they're relying too much on these set pieces. They want 1-0 down. They should have capitalised and got back and scored more than just the one goal on set pieces, no goals from open play in the past 2 games. That's just, I just feel like Arsenal are not the same team there was since the past 2 seasons, and gutted for them that the time that Man City dropped, they weren't there to capitalise, but that's their own fault at this point in time. Second, another game we've got live reaction right now as it stands 4-2 Chelsea. Chelsea started off this game in horrible form. They went down first 5 minutes, Cucurella slipped, gave the opportunity for Brennan Johnson to assist Solanke. What a finish it was, though, getting in ahead of the defender. Good finish, good striker's finish, but Cucurella slipped and he caused that because it came out of nowhere. 5 minutes later, same thing again. Cucurella's on the ball, trying to I think he was trying to clear it out, pass the ball out, slipped again. Kulusevski gets the ball, 2-0 up within 10 minutes. Cucurella looked fuming with the kit man, changed his boots. Instantly, you could see a difference in his play. I'd put that down to the 2 slips on there. But in saying that, Tottenham had plenty of chances to score more. It was like a basketball game that first half, back and front, up and down. And then Chelsea got back into the game with a fantastic finish by Sancho on the 17th minute. Sancho outside the box whipped it, but I think he laced it bottom corner off the post, so it got him back into the game. And then it was just a bit of a cagey game, but what I put it down to this game, there was no control in the midfield. It was just up and down, attack for attack, see who'd win more. And Tottenham had the better chances in the first half, clear, open chances, and they just weren't taking them. 60th minute, Sancho puts the ball through for Caicedo, gets taken out, and penalty. Palmer, as he doesn't miss his penalties, gets his goal back, puts them back to 2-2. Finally, Palmer gets the goal against the top 6 side, and now they're back in the game. And then from that point, I think it was all Chelsea. Yeah, Tottenham was still in the game trying to counter, but Chelsea looked like the team that were going to go ahead. From coming back 2-0 down to 2-2, it always looked like Chelsea were going to get back into this game. And then Enzo scored with a volley, and then Palmer gets another penalty, so that was 4-2. And the game's not ended yet. I'm on the 94th minute, so there's still time to end this game. But now Chelsea are second, 4 points behind Liverpool. They're looking like the only team that's in this race that's putting through a consecutive win run. So right now, I still think it's a bit too early to go all the way. But with the chasing pack coming on against Liverpool, they're the only team that's a bit more consistent than everyone else. So I still see, because the way this game panned out, and a lot of games with Chelsea, they don't have as much control, they don't have as much depth in defence, so there's a lot more chances for them to lose and drop points. But Chelsea are playing fantastic. The Cole Palmer, I think Sancho had one of the best games he's had in a Chelsea shirt. I thought he was fantastic, holding the ball when he needed to, putting balls through, creativity. I thought he had a great game. I thought Enzo had a brilliant game as well. I think Enzo was everywhere on this pitch today. It looks like it means more to him at this moment in time, so he's fully going for it. So we've got now, we're in December, this Christmas crunch has come game after game. It's going to be midweek weekend, so there's still more time for all teams to drop points and gain an advantage. But at this moment in time, Liverpool come off with a fantastic week. Man United lose, Man City drop points, Arsenal drop points. With this game now, Yeah, the game's not over now. Tottenham just scored. They're fully going for this game. But yeah, at this moment in time, we've got so many. Looks like Chelsea have done it then. 4-3. Little scared at the end with Son scoring, thinking they're going to get back into this game. But great result from Chelsea. 4-3. Get the points in the bag. Chelsea are 4 points behind. Chelsea got on 2 points ahead of Arsenal now in second place. Liverpool still got a game in hand, 35 points. Chelsea 31, Arsenal 29, and Man City 27. So what a week it's been of football. Chelsea look like the only team to get an advantage this week. Yeah, Liverpool got a game in hand. We still need to play that, but Chelsea's played their game, played against the top 6 side, won 4-3. They're the only one this week to capitalise on everyone else messing up this week. What a week it's been for them. That's a wrap, people. Thank you for tuning into this episode. If you like what you see in regards to the content, make sure you leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel, click on that notification bell, and that will notify you next time we post.